Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Mr. Ridwan SPDI MPD as the Lecturer of Semantic and Pragmatic. And my name is Mutiara Febrianti from Class B, and I want to present the material about speech act. So, what is speech act? Speech act is a concept in linguistic theory that focuses on the way humans use language in communication to achieve certain goals. This concept was first introduced by Irish philosopher G.L. Austin in his book entitled How to Do Things with Words, 1962, and later expanded by John Searle. Nah, definition of speech act. Speech act is an action that a person performs when speaking or communicating. In this theory, speaking is considered not only as conveying information, but also as an action that has a purpose, such as asking, offering, promising, giving instruction, or giving permission. Speech act have three types. The first is locutionary act. A locutionary act is the act of producing an utterance or sentence. It includes three main components. The first is phonetic. Phonetic is the sound or sounds produced while speaking. The second is pathetic. Pathetic is word form or sentence structure. And the last is referent, is the meaning contained in the sentence or spoken word. And the second types is illocutionary act. An illocutionary act is the intention or purpose contained in an utterance. This is essence of the speech act. While what the speaker wants to achieve with his or her utterance, illocutionary acts can be classified into several types. The first is assertives, statement or claims, where the speaker states something that he or she considers to be true. For example, it is raining today. And the second is directives. Directives is requests or comments where the speaker direct the listener to do something. For example, is please close the door. And then is commissive. Is promises, is promise and commitments, where the speaker promise to do something. For example, is I will go to tomorrow. And then is expressive. Expression or expression of the speaker's feelings or attitudes. For the example is, I am very happy to hear that news. And the last is declaration. Declarations is statement that change status or state. For example is, I announce that his meeting is over. The next is peroculation act. A peroculation act is the effect or impact caused on the listener after listening to the utterance. It includes the listener response or reaction to the speaker's utterance, such as feeling confidence, surprised, or even doing something according to the speaker's request. The next material is Principle of Speech Act. In their application, speech act not only improve sentence structure, but also consider the social context, the speaker's intention, and the listener expectation. There are some important principles in understanding speech act is speaker intent. The speaker must have a certain intention in delivering the sentence without his intention. The utterance cannot be categorized as a speech act. The second is context. This means that how the sentence is understood depends on the social situation and the relationship between the speaker and the listener. And the last is social agreement. The speaker and the hearer must be share knowledge about how the sentence should be understood and respond to. The next material is rule speech act in pragmatic. Speech acts are also very important in pragmatics, which is the study of how context affects meaning. In pragmatics, speech acts are used to analyze how people communicate effectively, but in casual conversation and in more formal contexts, such as in law, politics, and diplomacy. And the next is conclusion. So, a speech act is a basic concept that helps us understand that speaking is not just about conveying information, but also involves action that have a specific purpose. Understanding the types and functions of speech acts is essentially to communicate effectively in a variety of social and cultural situations. So I think enough my presentation. Thank you very much and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.